All right, YouTuber. So I have the GTX 1080, which I just got in. Bought that used. It is in outstanding shape. Almost makes me feel like the guy never used it, like it stayed in the packaging. But always wanted a GTX 1080, and so we've got it paired with a Ryzen 5 3600X. I'm going to run a benchmark, user benchmark, and check out the channel for testing game FPS in case you want to see some of the games that I currently have, like the Xbox Club Pass or whatever. Quite a few games in there. I've got World War Z, Fortnite, of course, Ace Combat, and tons of other games. Outer World, Borderlands 3, list goes on. So tune in if you want to see those FPSs. So I'm going to pause this for now and let this thing come up, and we'll talk about the benchmark. All right, so of course I thought that this thing had initially put drivers in it, so I'm going to have to install drivers for the GTX 1080. So we're going to go through that. And pretty easy to do this in case you have not done it. Start the search, and voila. So this will take a little bit of time to download, and then we will run it. All right, so we are still installing. Shouldn't be much longer. All right, so we're going to run this again, and I will let you know what the results are. All right, so benchmark is complete. We've got only 2% background CPU, so this is pretty accurate. Now, first thing jumps out at me, gaming 104. That's pretty good. This is definitely better than the RX 5700. RX 5700 XT is definitely a little better than this, as well as the RTX 2070 and the 2070 Super. I had better scores, but I have only done the RX 5700 with the CPU, so I can imagine the scores will be quite a bit higher. When I did the other GPUs, it was with the Ryzen 3 3200G, right? So that's not very powerful. So let's go ahead and look at, there is our CPU. It is performing above expectations, 70%, which is always good to see. And those are decent scores. I have seen some higher scores out of this, our Ryzen 5, combined with the RX 5700. It actually performed even higher. Maybe I will show you that, but this is a pretty good all-around processor for the money. Definitely competitive with the i5 9600K. Now here is our GTX 1080. It's an NVIDIA one. It is not performing as good as it could. It did have a 104, and there are the rest of its benchmark scores. So not sure if I'm going to be able to get this thing to crank out better than it is. But, to be honest with you, for the money I paid, this is actually a really good graphics card still. So I'm pretty happy with that. And just so you can see the other stuff, there's a desktop score and the workstation. So we only got 16 gigs of RAM in here. If I add another 8 gigs of RAM, these scores, some of them would go up a little bit. And or if I put even a better solid state in here. This one's not bad, but we could get closer to 300% on that. So, hey, thanks for checking out the video. Keep an eye out for some of the gaming videos that I'll be doing.